Hi, I'm Pastor Beverly Crow-Tipton. I'm the pastor of spiritual formation here at Advent United Methodist Church, and tonight we are anticipating a poverty simulation. It's the first time Advent has ever participated in anything like this, and Beth Templeton from United Ministries joins us. We are so glad you're here, Beth.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad to be here. Poverty simulation is a wonderful learning experience where in a couple of hours we're going to have a whole room full of people very angry, very frustrated, very anxious. They have to keep their families housed, fed, and safe for a month, and the month is 4 15-minute weeks. They will experience a number of challenges in making that happen, and then we'll talk about their experiences.
Someone broke in our house and stole our bus tickets, and I've got these 2 children right here, and they're hungry, and we've not eaten all day. And we're about to get evicted.
All week, Grandma. We're going to be foreclosed. We're in the dark already. We have no utilities in this house. My husband can't get his checks cashed, so we have no cash. So, I went to the Department of Social Services. I didn't have everybody's Social Security number, so they won't help me. Pawn shop was worthless.
I'm old enough.
This is depressing.
In the simulation, I was a 10-year-old boy, and I would always go to school. But when I'd come home, my parents would be talking about how their work was doing. And on the first day, my mom didn't bring the 5 tickets she had to work. She only brought 4, so lost her job. And so for the whole time, she was focused on filling out a job application. And so we were always down on money.
Well, I portrayed a child, and I was really kind of disappointed because I wanted to be able to deal with the money and stuff, but then I thought, well, let's just let them have the headaches and do that. So I went to school, but while we were at school, we were constantly looking to see if our grandpa or our grandma were doing what they needed to do. Were they getting us food for the week? Because we went 2 weeks without food.
We had a great simulation. It was the biggest that I've ever facilitated through Our Eyes Were Opened. We had 68 people participating, and sure enough, we had a room full of people who got very angry and frustrated. Their processing was very insightful. I think the people got a lot of insight into the world of trying to live in poverty and trying to work and cover all of your bases, what it was like to live in a cash-based society, what it was like to not have time to take care of all your needs and your children. I thought it was a great simulation.
I think so many of our folks learned so much tonight. In fact, it was fascinating that some of our folks said, well, because it was such a big simulation, surely the lines were longer and it was more complicated tonight. And Beth assured us, no, that was not the case. The lines are always long. And even the volunteers that you brought said, though the number was large, it still was very similar to what they experienced even with smaller groups. Our prayer at the very beginning of the simulation was that God's gift of grace to us tonight would be that our eyes would be open, and I believe they were.